your side. You're watching Wavy News 10 at 11.
On Tuesday, a Virginia Beach dentist is taking the city to federal court claiming his constitutional rights have been violated.
Dr. Alan Bergano's attorney calls it a classic David fighting City Hall, the Goliath. We have followed this story since 2015. Tonight, Andy Fox investigates the charges and the explanations.
If the city can do this to me, they can do it to you, they can do it to anybody.
That is Dr. Alan Bergano last June. The city of Virginia Beach took his dental office because they wanted to widen Witch Duck Road. Told him he had a year to leave, but with 1 month to go, told him he could stay. But by then, Virginia Beach had moved its Human Services Department to the complex, where sometimes inmates show up in handcuffs. Dr. Bergano's concerned over the lack of parking spaces, and he says the complex is no longer conducive to his dental business.
The city has created a hostile environment. My staff is not safe. I didn't feel safe because there were armed guards 24 hours. And we're wondering what are they doing around here.
Virginia Beach's deputy city attorney, Chris Boynton.
You changed who was coming in next to him.
And that's his perspective. That's what the case is about. We disagree with that.
Bergano thinks his constitutional rights to due process and equal protection under the law have been violated.
I, too, am a small business owner and also a dentist, and I often wonder why is it I'm being treated differently? Maybe because I am Filipino, that I am not the typical American.
Was it because he was Filipino?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Andy. They've not even said that in the pleadings.
You said it does.
Well, that's unfortunate. It's absolutely not true. We take offense at that.
This is our lab.
Dr. Bergano started moving to this new dental office site after he signed this lease July 28, 2015. Borrowed over $400,000 to build out the office and has received no reimbursements from the city for moving expenses, even though 3 other dentists impacted by road widenings around Princess Anne and Kentsville roads received over $283,000, over $298,000, and an African-American dentist got over $520,000. Bergano's attorney, Brian Coons.
Well, sometimes up over $500,000 they've paid other dentists, and that's what Dr. Bergano was seeking, just to be treated the same as his colleagues.
Maybe not the same amount, but our investigation found Bergano was offered relocation fees after he hired an attorney.
But before he ever filed suit, back at the very beginning of this, he was offered $100,000, and he didn't even respond to the offer.
And then you increased it to what?
115 ultimately. They always wanted over $500,000, so we were never close.
The city cites this August 2015 letter telling Bergano he will not be required to relocate. He can stay in his dental office. And this U.S. Department of Transportation regulation on how to follow the Federal Uniform Relocation Act that states a person is not displaced who, after receiving a notice of relocation eligibility, is notified in writing that he or she will not be displaced for a project, and therefore Bergano's not entitled to any relocation benefits.
It's an unfortunate circumstance that the city changed its mind. We'd never like to be there, but we're trying to treat everybody fairly. We're trying to follow the rules, and unfortunately we're going to have a court decide that.
But Bergano's legal team will throw down the actual federal law that states a displaced person, any person who moves from real property as a direct result of a written notice of intent to acquire such real property.
It's not the city's decision on whether he has to stay or not. It's Dr. Bergano's, and the law is clear on that. It's his decision whether that location is still suitable for his office or not.
This lawsuit will cost taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars. We found so far $175,000 in legal fees involving outside counsel brought in to argue the case. Boynton attributes the need for outside help to unfortunate timing.
We had our lead federal court litigator leave in the middle of the case. The other 3 of us who are potentially capable of trying it are all witnesses, and so we had to send out.
And here's the irony of that.
They had given you $175,000 in the very beginning without any lawyers involved. What would you have said?
Yes.
We would have considered it. But we're not given that opportunity.
The Berganos are seeking $475,000, the total cost they say it took to move into this new office. The trial is set to begin Tuesday in federal court. In Virginia Beach, Andy Fox, 10 on your side.
Now, your Super Doppler 10 forecast.